All right. Hello, everybody. This is another episode of the Nothing Serious podcast. And as usual, we have our regular people on here. We got Miss Nick Mims.
Last name. Hey, last
Sorry.
name. Okay, yeah.
Um, we got Miss Kalisha. Okay. Angie.
Hey,
We have uh, a new guy on that, Kurt,
What's up,
and
everybody?
Miss AJ. And Miss AJ. And I'm the
Hello,
host,
everybody.
Hello again.
Marzell. And I'm the host, Marzell. It's nice to have everybody on today. Okay, so we're gonna get right to it. We had a question from one of our guests, Mr. Kurt. Tell us what the question is.
Um, the question was, how often should a woman?
Wait, you're breaking up. What'd you say?
I say, should cooking in a relationship be split 50-50, or should women do all of the cooking in a relationship?
Okay, I'm gonna let Miss AJ answer that question first.
Oh man, I must ask who raised you. Because there's no 50-50. Does that also mean that 50% will apply to the everything? Basically, not just the cooking, the cleaning, the dishwashing, the laundry, the shopping. And if I have to go get my nails done, I hate to bring you half the ticket back. So what are we talking about? And I know we're talking about cooking, but no, cooking is a
Okay,
shared experience.
okay. All right, Kalisha.
I would have to agree with Miss AJ. I'm not doing all of anything because guess what?
Say it.
At this
But,
at this
but y'all want me and paying all the bills.
no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
got you gotta let them finish. You gotta let them finish, man.
What I'm saying is I too have a full-time job. So I'm not always going to be able to stop what I'm doing and cook. If you get home first, or if you work from the home like I do, then guess what? You can cook. I mean, it's just simple as that.
Okay,
May I chime
Angie.
in on that? Pay all the deal thing.
Well, wait. We got you. I'm gonna come back to you. I'm gonna get everybody a chance to answer. Uh, Angie.
so I think it depends on who's the better cook to start off with because I've dated some men that can cook just as good as me. So let's start off with that. I think it depends on who the better cook is. Um, my philosophy is we have to eat. So that doesn't necessarily mean the woman is going to cook every day. What that could mean is my love language is acts of service. So I enjoy cooking, but we have to eat. So that could mean we grab a pizza, we go out to eat, we eat a sandwich. But I believe in the team concept. If I cook, my expectation is for you to clean.
I like that
Okay.
too.
Okay, Nick.
Well, I don't have a problem cooking. I haven't I've only lived with one man before, and I did all the cooking. But he helped me wash dishes or whatever. But I'm really particular about dishes, so I normally just chime in and I'll wash the dishes too. I want to make sure they're clean. So I don't have a problem cooking. I like to cook. But if I'm busy and I'm working and I'm doing a lot, I'll try my best to make a bigger meal so we can eat on it maybe about 2 days. But right along with Angie, also, it's going to be days that we're both busy and I'm like, hey, babe, I can't cook today. Can you grab us something to eat? I don't see why there'd be a problem with him going to grab us something to eat.
Have you ever run across, let me ask, have you ever run across someone that doesn't eat leftovers? Because you mentioned you make bigger meals to stretch.
No.
Okay. I've known of people that don't eat leftovers, and I was like, that's the craziest thing.
Well,
'cause
if so, he'll find himself something to eat. I'll eat it.
exactly. That's how
Now,
I feel too. Exactly.
Callie, to add to that, my ex-husband didn't eat leftovers, and I did have to cook every day, which is why I'm the new every woman now.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go back to Miss AJ. What did you have to say?
Well, I guess going back to the question about 50-50 in cooking, there's no such thing. And but when you say, well, what if a man pays all the bills? I have yet in my entire lifetime not met a man that paid everything. Um, Now, I would have to ask, define what all the bills mean to that man when he say, what if a man pays all the bills? What does those consist of?
Kurt, she talking to you, man.
Okay, well, when there's a mortgage to be paid, like the bigger bills around the house, women expect us to take that on as men, right? Okay, so there's two things men want when we come home. We want peace and food. And you know what else we want too, but we want peace and food. Them the two main things when we walk in the door. We want peace and food. We don't want to argue. We don't want to do all of that. We want to come home to some good food and a happy face.
Well, can I chime in, or ladies, do you want to
Well,
chime in before I chime in back in on that?
I ain't gonna lie. I'll take the vagina over a piece.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Well,
I mean, no, I'm not saying I don't want peace. I said I want food, vagina, and peace.
Yeah, because the vagina ain't gonna be good. It's not gonna be good if we ain't getting peace at the house.
Just listen to this about when he pays the bigger bill like the mortgage. I'm going to go back to my country raising from my grandfather. And I will say, since I'm a baby boomer, I think differently. One thing my dad and my grandfather said is that, first of all, live within the man's income because life happens. What if something happens inside that home? A child gets sick, wife gets sick, husband gets sick, and you're maximizing both incomes for living. But the point I want to make is about the poor frog that don't praise his own pond, is that what man don't want to provide covering, shelter for the woman that he has chosen to be his partner in life?
That part.
So I don't understand a man who's gonna need a roof over his head also complaining about having a roof over a woman's head. It doesn't make sense to me.
Nowadays, that's different for the younger generation. Now, men live off women. Completely.
Exactly.
Well, some of them do, but I encourage my granddaughters as well as my daughter, live alone before you live in that type of environment, because if you need a roommate, or if that's what, choose your roommate. You don't have to have a roommate that you owe any other duties to. Just have him put his 50% on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that wouldn't be my case. I was just saying that nowadays, that's just how it is. That's all I hear about.
Exactly. Yeah. In a lot of instances, I can see it happening, but thankfully, mine don't, because I stress to them, even my grandkids, do not do it.
Right.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Because
definitely not doing it. because
All
I
right,
can
Well, you can't respect him. If he wants respect and peace,
Mhm.
and he's limiting what he wants to provide, first of all, you got to give a woman comfort. You got to make sure she's emotionally safe. So if I'm not emotionally safe in an environment where I can trust you to maintain a home, a covering over my head, then I don't feel safe with you.
okay.
Exactly.
Well. This is what I'll say. But the thing is, okay, I hear what y'all saying as far as the women, but it also comes down to what you guys are providing for the man as well. It's not just one
There you
sided.
go.
Oh well, the
There you
man
go. And a
has
lot of time.
the man has. Hold on. Let me finish. The man
Yeah.
has to be mentally into it as well. And what you can do as a woman is doing your part, is providing a nice homely environment, regardless, like we said, with the food, the sex, and the peace, and all that stuff. It makes a man more apt to want to provide those other things. Now, I don't know exactly what Kurt is saying when it comes to everything that a man is supposed to provide from his standpoint. But I know for one thing, like, yeah, a man's job is to protect and provide. As long as I'm doing those things, I expect to get the things that I'm looking for out the relationship as well. It's not just
And
one
you left
sided.
out emotional.
So I do have to throw that out there. It goes both ways.
Well, the thing is, if we're going to nitpick it, then we're with the wrong partner.
Mhm.
And I say that with all sincerity. If I'm with someone that's nitpicking the relationship and say, well, I need this, I need this. I don't even date a guy that's come at me and said, well, my expectation is this, and this. Dude, you're talking to the wrong woman. I don't do anything. First, I want to get to know you. I want to get to know something more about you. And if you coming in with your list of what you expect of me, then I already have a problem with you.
Okay, but
Yep.
don't you come in with a list of your expectations?
Nope. No,
You
because I
don't.
like to communicate. I
You
communicate. I
I,
have
I,
absolutely zero expectations for people that I'm initially meeting because
no, I'm not
I
talking about
know me.
initial. I'm not talking about the initial meeting, ma'am. I'm talking about when
Uh-huh.
you are in a relationship. You have when you establish you're in a relationship with somebody, you have those expectations of what is going to make that relationship work for you. Am I
When
right?
entering into, well, if I'm about to marry someone, we lay down. The last guy, my ex-husband, yes, we laid everything on the dining room table, and and actually, we were good
I'm not.
communicators
That's
with
what
each
that's what
other.
we're talking about
And so
here,
that's the
and
thing. Being
that's what we're
able
talking
to
about.
successfully communicate with the person you are with, yes. And so that is very important. But the thing is,
Yes.
it's not something you can force.
No,
Right.
no. But the thing is that if you and that person have a conversation saying what your expectations are, and that person can't meet the expectations, then you have the right to be like, you know what, this is not going to work for me. Maybe I need to go and search a little longer for someone that can meet these expectations that I have. There's nothing wrong with that.
I agree. There's nothing wrong with that. But also I will say that when
I
you
tell
interact with a person for a certain length of time, you know what they're capable of before you even get
Mhm.
into the part of committing. So
Right.
why? So when you get
not
to that part of
always.
committing,
Not
well,
always.
typically we do, whether we want to ignore it or not. And I think that's one thing that many of us choose to do. We will see those red flags slapping us in the face, and we'll choose to ignore it.
Mhm. Well, well,
I agree with that. I agree with that comment.
yeah. I mean, the thing is, that it goes both. People put their best foot forward until it's convenient for them to stop doing what they put out there in the beginning. That's why a lot of relationships don't last, is because people put on the facade at first and they can't keep the facade up no more.
I have experienced that, and I'm sure others have. I'm not trying to overtake the conversation, but the thing is, I'm so authentic. I don't put on a facade for nobody. And and
Right.
and on the average of a year, I'll say I could piss a man off in 10 seconds, and I don't mind.
And I think to your point, Miss AJ, I think that is case by case. I don't think that
Exactly.
I don't think that you can just generalize and say that people put on until, or they send their representative, because some people don't. Some people are authentic, and, what you get now
Exactly.
is what you're going to get in 6 months. So,
Right. No,
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's like that all the time. I'm not generalizing at all. I'm just saying that I have been in situations where people seem one way and then once what?
That sounds
Sorry,
like Kevin Hart to me.
it
Yeah,
was. Sorry, my phone was turn this
yeah.
off.
So yeah, I've seen that happen before. I mean, like I said, there are people who show you who they are from the beginning, and there are most cases. Okay, I'm gonna ask this question: has everybody in here dated someone at some point, right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
now has everybody been who they started off the relationship with and ended it, and they ended the same way?
Nope.
Or has there been some people who started off one way and ended up another?
I think we all end up somewhat differently depending on the situation. But
Right.
we all have to learn something from the experience.
Yeah, Danielle
Okay.
said,
Yeah.
but you didn't act like that when I first met you. Well, you didn't act like that when I first met you.
Right.
I,
And I think
I,
for me,
go
go
ahead, Miss
ahead. I'm
AJ.
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I don't date, and I've shared the remarks. First of all, dating to me would mean that the discovery period of getting to know you have come to a point where we can make a commitment to each other. But
Mhm.
until then, I'm not dating you. We are just hanging out, getting to know each other. We're going through the interviews, we're going through the process of discovery. But and yes, I have talked with several guys this year and last year
Hmm.
when I saw who they were after just communicating and just not dating them because that's an experience that's a whole different level to me. And so when I started seeing a change and I asked them about it and they become aggressive or avoidant about it, then we don't have anything to say about it. I got a call not long ago saying, "Hey, you act like you don't care. We had a disagreement last year." I said, "Dude, last year, yes. I don't." At that point, you had the opportunity to correct the situation, but you chose to ghost for a year. So I'm good with that. I don't chase, but I
Right.
will test you to not test, but I want you to be who you are, the person you start out being. Otherwise, eventually, as I said, whoever you are going to eventually come out anyway.
True.
Yeah, that's true.
I was going to say, I can say this is Angela, I am the same person, but when it is over, my takeaway is different. And I use the fibers of what worked, what didn't work
Mm.
in the next relationship to make the experience better and to, you know, sharpen my skills. I try to evaluate things that I could have done differently. Um, I
That's
think,
definitely growth.
yeah, and I think
Mhm.
the biggest thing for me is, I'm a spiritual person. So I believe in, the voice. I won't go into, because I know this is not that serious podcast, but oftentimes that voice will tell me it's time to exit stage left.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
because I want it to work,
Mhm.
I ignore it
Yep.
and
Absolutely.
hope that things will get better. So I take the experiences that I had with somebody and I do things differently the next time.
Yeah, it's an education.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Going through it right now.
Okay. All right.
I think that
So we're gonna move on to the next question. Um, Nikki wanted to add something.
Yes. How soon do you feel you should start gifting a person that you're dating?
So how soon is it too soon to start buying somebody something?
Or how soon do you think you should gift that person?
I would
It,
say it depends on the amount of the gift
Mhm.
that you're looking at. because $5 or $10 is nothing. But when you go up and buying expensive watches and stuff for the house or shoes,
Okay, we're gonna set a price at we're gonna set a price at anything over $40.
Well, can we expand on what is a gift? Is a gift like a
Yeah.
Okay.
meal, or are we saying
right?
like a
Well, yeah,
tangible item?
I would say probably both. Just because sometimes men, I've seen videos where women will get mad because someone took them to the Cheesecake Factory. And they're expecting to go to what is
Ruth
it?
Chris.
Ruth Crest, yeah.
Yeah.
I've had people, you know, like on the first date they bring you flowers. I've had people just say, I want to take you on a date. I'm like, okay, well, I'll let you know. I have to get my hair done. They're like, well, here's money to get your hair done so we can go on a date. So I've had people do that, or here, I'll get you money to get you whatever outfit you want. But then
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have some people who wouldn't do it unless we're like in a relationship type situation. Like if you was my girl, I would. But then I would also be like, well, I'm not ready to be your girl, so I see where this is going. So let me just step away. If you're trying to pressure me to be with you and I'm not really trying to be with you.
Okay, when we ask the questions, I will call on you, and then you can give your direct. I just want to make sure that everybody's getting the same amount of time to answer and all that stuff. Okay, so
Okay.
just bear with me. All right.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Angie.
So I'm not buying a man a gift unless he's my man. A tangible gift. As far as food, if we're dating, I have my own, so I don't have a problem with picking up the tab sometime.
Okay. All right, Miss AJ.
I don't buy gifts for someone that I am discovering, getting to know, because mutually time is more valuable than any gift I can give, and vice versa. So if we've been talking for a while, or something, and I'm comfortable in the environment, yes, I may prepare a meal, and I may even do something that I rarely do. I may even invite you over for dinner, and that goes with time. But when it comes to gifting and receiving gifts, I don't accept gifts from guys because I know guys have expectations with anything they give. So I don't accept gifts. If he's my guy and we have gotten to that point, then yeah. But chances are, if I'm just meeting you and we're, I don't do first dates. That's called an interview in the discovery process. So I don't expect an expensive meal or anything. I'd rather meet you in a comfortable environment, even if I'm just wearing sweats and tennis shoes, because I want to see if I want to go out with you first.
Right.
And that's just me. And I know and we've all developed based upon our own personal experiences, and that's just my experience. The experiences, what experience has taught me in life. So gifting would be something I would do after we are more committed into a relationship or something, or it's a special occasion like a birthday or something. But other than that, I don't make a habit of buying gifts for guys.
Okay, Miss AJ, I got a question. So do you
Mhm.
just don't buy gifts at all for your significant other, even if you guys are in a relationship?
Oh, if we're in a relationship, gifts are random things. If I could be out shopping and see something and say, "Oh, yeah, he'll
Okay.
like this," yeah, but that's
Okay.
different. But
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. All right. Kalisha.
Stop. I would have to agree with both ladies at this point. I, for one, don't buy gifts, you know, off the top of us first. It as Miss AJ says, interviewing. I like that.
Yeah, it's just a discovery thing
Yeah,
until it isn't.
exactly. I
And
don't
that's a
think.
whole nother topic.
Hmm. But yeah, I definitely don't do that. If it's my significant other, yes, I have no problem buying things, but it's still there's a limit. I'm not going all out after being with someone or dating someone for just a few months. Everything is not. I could suggest, oh, maybe you might like this, and put it in his ear if it's over the dollar amount I want to pay.
Okay. All right. Kurt, you have anything you want to add to this, man?
It looks like he's muted.
Unless we're dating.
Wait, start over. Start over. What'd you say?
I'm not buying any gifts unless we're dating. If I'm not dating them, I'm not buying any gifts.
Okay. So once she tell you that she belongs to you and only you, that's when you start overflowing with the gifts, huh?
Yeah, because you're not about to go to talk about me to your friends. You're not going to go and talk about me to your friends. No, we're not doing that. Because I done bought you a gift. We all know nice guys come in last when it come to women. We all know that, especially black women. Let's just keep it real.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Let's just keep it real. Let's
Uh-oh.
keep it
Well,
real.
Wait
Let's
a
keep
and
it
minute.
I
real.
Move on,
well, move
Marzell.
on.
So
'Cause
Okay.
that may be a tax show, so that's another topic for another day.
Yeah,
yeah,
we got to
you
get
Yeah.
got
that
a
to
whole
another
panel
top
of
show for
black
Yeah.
women.
another
Yeah.
day.
Move on, Marzell.
Okay. Okay.
Is it
Okay.
stage left?
Can
We
I just
okay.
can I
All right.
just can I just add this? I have not bought a man a gift on the first day, third day, fifth day, sixth day, 12th day. But like she said, I will cook for him. If I'm interested in this guy and I want him, well, I'm trying to get in a relationship with him, that'll be different. But I do gifts for, birthdays, Father's Days,
Well,
Christmas,
yeah.
and, things like that. So, I mean, if we're together or whatever, or we are or planning on being together, I don't mind, after he paid for a little while, I'll say, okay, I'll pay for this
All right.
or I'll pay for that. But I'm not the type of person that they can even try to use me. The conversation went in because I have talked to a couple of guys very briefly when I had a guy say, hey, could you do me a favor? And the first thing I said was, hey, I don't do favors, but you can ask me anyways. And he said, could you rent me a car till Friday? I said, you might as well wait till Friday because I'm
Well,
not going to let you think I'm going to rent you a car one time and then now you got your baby mama or some other girl in the car. Like that's just things I just don't do. It's because I'm nice, and I always tell people I wasn't always like this from one, and
Okay.
not to be religious, but what I'm saying is I wasn't like that always. So when they always say to me, "Oh, you're so nice," I feel like they feel like they can take advantage of me. But I always say I am nice until
Can I
Okay.
ask Miss
see what happens.
Can I ask Miss AJ a question?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Go
We
ahead.
we talked about this before, but she wasn't on the show, and Kurt also, since these are the two new guests. So, Miss AJ, you mentioned when you're dating that's a discovery phase. How long does the discovery last before um, you want to enter into a commitment with someone? If you're seeing them on a
Well,
regular basis.
I'm gonna take the word dating out of discovery because the two don't dwell together. So discovery is just that. It's just hanging out with someone, seeing if you have chemistry, seeing if you have vibes, seeing how you can communicate with each other, how you relate to each other. That is determined by the interaction between that those individuals. So there's no time frame. But when we start dating, prior to dating, that's a whole different checklist for me because I've asked the guy once who was interested in me. I said, "Well, I need to see your medical history." He took offense. I said, "We won't be dating. I need to see your." I said, I'll give you access to mine. Mine online is right there. That is his access, but I need to know your medical history.
My turn.
So, is there?
mhm.
But I guess, like, do you have a timeline? Like, is it 90 days, A
Oh no, I don't waste
year?
a lot of time on people. No, I you can typically I call it the 7 day rule. And most guys that talk to me, they laugh at it, but they agree with it. But I I will tell anyone that I may be interested in. I like to get you in a close environment. Let's take a road trip for 7 days. And if I can't stand you after day one, I'm going back home. You go back home, and we're good.
You said you take a road trip in 7 days with somebody?
I'll take a 7 day road trip. But that's
Oh,
after I would have been discovered them for a little while and not past 6 weeks. Because time is something I can't get back and neither can they. So
amen to
I
that.
don't believe that people should be streaming or fish lining someone for a long period of time. So you know if that person is compatible, whether it's spiritually, emotionally. Um, you want to talk about things that's going to be relevant and have an impact on your life. Medical. You want to know how many people in their family has mental issues and what they are. There's a lot of things you want to discover before you start giving, and you have a short window. And that short window basically is yeah. I've talked with you enough. We hung out at coffee shop and brunch and dinner or so. I said, but let's take a road trip. There are places I want to see. And no, I'm not guaranteeing sexual because once you start changing energies, things become complicated. But if it does happen, you're adults, do what you got to do. But the thing is, you don't guarantee that you're still, that's just a discovery phase. Has it worked for me? Yes. I came home on the second day on the last guy. I said, we need to end this because it's not going to work. Because you're driving down the highway and you angry at everybody. No, we don't do angry drive.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Well, Kirk, can
Mm,
he answer the same question?
yeah, that's yeah. If he wants to.
Kurt?
Huh?
Her
You
kept
make the
checking out.
sandwich? You making a sandwich?
I
I
was
was
listening to y'all
asking,
talk.
I was asking you and Miss AJ, since you are the newest people, like,
Yeah.
what is your timeline for dating and being committed? And she was defining what the discovery period is, et cetera. So,
Well, for me, it's at least 6 months. To me, you should wait at least 6 months. You should date at least multiple people for at least 6 months before you just say, "Hey, you my person," because you got to get to
Oh,
know somebody.
okay. Wait. Before you go any further, because that was the
Yeah.
question that Angie wanted to ask. So I'm a stop you there, Angie.
Okay.
Ask what you was gonna ask.
well, that's the question. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Ask the question.
Okay, so the question is, what is the timeline from dating to being committed?
There is no
And
one.
and should you date multiple people during that process or just be with one person?
Okay. We're gonna start with Kalisha this time.
I'm sorry. I don't have a specific timeline and I go by how I feel. If the chemistry is there and everything feels good, I'll go from there. Um, and kind of feed, I guess, wade through the water and figure out how else it can get better than what it already is. So I don't have a specific timeline.
Okay. Nick.
Well, I have to agree with Callie. I don't have a specific timeline, but if I feel the vibe is not right after a while, then yeah, I'll step away. But I only date one person at a time. I don't date multiple people just because I have trust issues and I live in this town where I've seen people. So you have to be careful who you're dating and who you let come around you and be in your space in general. Although you can meet somewhere, but that doesn't mean that they won't follow you home.
Okay.
So with like I don't do any the online dating or anything like that, which I know a lot of people that's modern days now, but I just don't do that. I'd rather date somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. So I don't
Okay.
have a specific timeline. It's just if it's the vibe and everything seems like it's okay, then I'll carry on and try somebody else who knows somebody else.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Miss AJ.
Well, I don't date, so that topic is like new to me. During that discovery period, if it don't work, it just don't work, and I'm done.
Okay.
Once
How
I
long
get,
is the
once I
discovery
got,
period again?
well, it depends on the person. Some people you can connect with in a shorter period of time, depending on how they communicate, um, how they feel about relationships, what their expectations. What I mean by expectations is if I ask, what kind of man are you? Most men can't answer that simple question. So to not answer that question for me, there's nothing else to talk about because I know me, but I don't know you. So this is just a foundation. I'm trying to get to know you, but if you can't tell me what type of man you are, and I, it's not my job to fill that in for you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my answer to the question. Um, when it comes to dating, um, I believe that you should date multiple people. When I'm saying date, that means going, meeting people, talking to them, getting to know them, talking to them on the phone and all that stuff, and then maybe going on a couple of dates with them to see if it's somebody you're compatible with, until you meet the person that you feel like you can stop talking to everybody else and just focus on that one person. Because in the beginning, you kind of can tell if that's somebody you really have a future with or not. That's just my personal take on it. Um, I'm okay with dating multiple people until you see somebody that you're really, really interested in.
Can I just chime in real quick on that one?
Yeah.
Sometimes when you date multiple people and you find that one person, it's a
Uh-huh.
possibility that you'll get that other person who wanted to date you, and now they're causing problems with the person that you're dating. Like, oh, we went on dates and we did this, and now they're all upset, and they're all mad, and being all possessive and acting crazy because they really wanted to, and they might have been doing more for you. They could have been doing the same thing, but now this person is upset because they wanted to be with you, but you chose someone else. And that also could cause problems.
They doing it because they got somebody else got chosen.
Pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that does happen, but at the same time, that's the dating game. Sometimes you don't get chosen. I mean,
Or
it's one of
sometimes you
those
die.
Yeah, yeah.
So
sometimes you
that's
just
why
don't
I'm
get
saying I'm
chosen.
really careful. I'm really careful. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, when he's dating multiple, I hold the door. I invite him in.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Anybody else can have him because if he doesn't know what he wants and he's that indecisive, because at this age, as my mama used to say, it don't take nobody forever to know where they want to spend forever.
You're right.
Oh, that's my next question whenever you're ready.
oh, okay. Has everybody Angie,
I
did
didn't
you
answer. No, I
okay, go
didn't
ahead.
answer. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So for me, and I want to give an extended answer with this question. So chemistry for me is what makes me interested in you. Um, for me, clarity is what makes me stay. So traditionally, I like to just be one on one with a person. But in this modern day of dating, I've been forced to date multiple people, and kind of use it almost like a interviewing process to see who I'm going to rule out.
That's
Now,
my point. That's exactly what I'm
yeah,
talking about.
So basically, you're
So
just hanging out and meeting people.
yeah. So what I find with men sometimes is that their expectations are grandiose. And men are very clear on what they will and what they won't do. And I think for me going forward in this dating game, I, I'm kind of doing a ranking system with men where, if you got comorbidities, if you got, ED, if you got a bunch of baby mamas, you're not a 5-star like somebody that didn't have all those things, and you shouldn't be treated that way. So,
Yeah,
but men, they still see themselves in that 5-star ranking. And I'm just saying personally going forward, I'm changing my ratings.
Yeah, they have a lot of
yeah,
kids and baggage and been through the whole neighborhood, neighborhood hole, and then they want somebody younger with no kids and
Mm-hmm.
and looks nice and a nice body, but you can't even barely see your penis when you pissing. But you saying you don't want nobody, your age. Like you have a lot of nerve to be saying that. And
Right.
in some ways,
well,
I
yes,
get it because a lot of the guys my age around here, they look horrible. But I'm not going to talk to nobody my daughter's age. I might go five,
exactly.
7 years younger, but that'll be it. I'm not going my daughter's age. Absolutely not. I'll just hold on and wait. But they want more than what they can give.
Yes.
Exactly.
And then you get a young girl, and then you wonder why your windows getting bust out, kicking your door in, mad because you won't buy him a Gucci purse, which I like Gucci purses too. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I'm saying. They'll be pissed about it, and now you got to go outside and your tires flat, and you got paint all over your car. It's like you get what you asked for. Then
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I feel like, in the dating game, like Miss AJ said, time is the one thing you don't get back. And,
like,
it's not that complicated. Like, just be transparent about what your intentions are.
That's
If
the
you
key
don't,
word.
Right.
yeah,
Right.
if you don't want to be married and you're dating someone that wants to be married, don't waste their time. If you
Exactly.
don't want to be in a committed relationship and the person wants to be in a committed, like, just don't waste people's time. Just be transparent, because there are people that want what you want. Just get with those
yeah,
people.
Right.
Exactly. Like I said, give it your try.
yep,
Exactly. How you say the hard part is getting somebody that's honest about what they want.
Exactly. And that's why you have to be slow about dating people. I call it the discovery because I don't mind. It's like, no, I'm not wasting my time. I
Right.
don't do that because I love my energy. I enjoy my own company as it is.
Yes, ma'am.
So so I don't necessarily need someone else absorbing my air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I understand that. But to elaborate a little bit more, like what the way Angie explained it was perfect. Like when it comes to the dating and all that stuff, and I don't believe in putting all your eggs in one basket. I've done that before, and I came up disappointed. So that's the reason why I'm open to the interview process of eliminating people as time goes till I find the best candidate. So
the best
Right.
so
candidate. Huh?
so that's exactly how I do the dating thing. I don't put all my eggs in one basket.
Most time you can tell if you want to further any future interaction with a person once you date them for the first time. But
Well, yeah,
sometimes you just,
that's
well,
that's the
yeah,
that's the point of dating multiple people. You can eliminate those people and then move the next person up, and then the next person, and then you figure out, okay, this is somebody. I have an actual winner this time.
yeah. Me, I just tell them I don't date. I just hang it. We can meet up and hang out and whatever, but this is not a date.
But
So
do
Right.
you
I
tell the
learned,
women that you're dating multiple people, Marzel? That's my
Yes, I'm
question.
very
Okay.
honest. Yes,
Okay. Well,
yes,
see,
yeah, as
that's
long as you're
to me, that's
transparent about it.
yeah,
yeah.
that's not an
I don't.
issue because you're
Moral,
being upfront about it. Yep.
exactly.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
if the person has a problem with me talking to somebody else, then you know, I don't know what to tell you, because I don't know you well enough to say that I'm gonna stop talking to everybody else that I met before I met you. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna, you know, I'm
Facts.
not gonna just stop talking to everybody because you graced my screen or whatever. No, it don't work that way. You have to prove yourself like everybody else does.
Yeah.
No, I think that's okay if you
Mhm.
disclose it that I'm dating
Yeah.
Yeah.
multiple people because you give the person a chance to say this ain't for me.
Okay, so I got a story.
Exactly.
So it was a lady that I had met like maybe about 2.5 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, and me and her met on the dating app, and we were talking, and you know things were cool, but it just wasn't really. It really wasn't like, you know, the connection was off basically, and so um she asked me, and then me and her only been talking for 2 weeks. She asked me, "Am I talking to other women?" I told her, "Yeah." And she was like, "Oh, well, I don't like the fact that you talk to other women." I'm like, "Don't you talk to other guys?" She was like, "No." I'm like, "Well, that's where you're messing up at. Because how do you know that I'm somebody you actually want to continue to date, you know, or you want to pursue something with? You don't know that. You don't know unless you start dating multiple people to see if who really is somebody that you have that connection with." So I was
Exactly.
like, you know, it don't make sense for you to just cut everybody off because you met me. It doesn't make sense. And I said, I'm
But
not about to cut everybody else off knowing that I don't know you that well.
the point is you told her that up front.
Yeah, yeah.
So but just to play devil's advocate, a lot of women, because sometimes we're mothers, you know, we're taking care of our household ourselves. A lot of times we don't have time to be doing all that juggling. We don't want to do all that juggling. You know, that is a distraction. I'm, you know, I think everybody on here has business about themselves. My mind wants to be on retiring, taking a vacation, making sure my kids are good, keeping my health together. Like sitting there juggling all these men to be the bachelorette, it for me is a distraction.
Well, yeah,
I agree
I'm,
with you.
and you
It
know,
is.
there's no, there's no judgment here. I understand. You know, what you're saying. Some people can't. Some people don't know how to just focus just on one person. Some people know how to focus on one person. It just depends on what you can do. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but the whole thing is, how many times have you met someone, put all your eggs in one basket, and then you had to go and meet someone else after that?
Exactly.
But if you're honest about it, to your point,
Yeah.
for me, if a man presents, "Hey, I'm dating multiple people," I can tell you, you'll hear a dial tone because that's not what I traditionally like. So if you tell me that up front, then you still put the power back in my hands to say that's not for me. Now, instead of you having a rotation of 5, I'm gonna help you just have 4. But
Exactly.
tell me that. Tell me that up front. Don't keep that part silent and then we're dating and then you later come out and say, "Oh, well, you know, you shouldn't just be with me. You should be dating multiple people." That's where that's where women get upset.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mhm.
that's
Well,
it.
Well,
I'll be honest
But
with you.
you're telling people up front, so you're doing the right thing. Yeah.
yeah, but at
yeah,
the same
there's
time,
some
though,
honor in that.
I don't feel like you should stop talking to someone because they're talking to other people at the same time, because you don't know, you might be the leading person they want to talk to.
But it's everybody's free will to do that. Like if
No, I'm not
somebody
saying
is not, yeah, yeah,
I said that was okay. I didn't say it wasn't
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I just
You know,
said that it just, you know, it doesn't make sense to me personally, but to each his own.
yeah. I
I
would
know when
say
someone tell me, I'm sorry, go ahead.
no. Go ahead, Ms. Adrian.
No,
When
go ahead,
someone
Miss
tell me
AJ.
they're dating multiple people, especially and I would say after we've been through a discovery, they did it in my ear day and night, midday, and so they're constantly in my ear, and I'm like, okay, where's this going? And and then they make comments like, well, I want to see where this can go, and then you start getting into the meat of the conversation, and then they come back and say, well, I am dating this girl over here, but I just want you to know about it, and I'm like, well, you know, we'll be talking forever because we would never go past talking stage.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay, so I'm a, I'm gonna ask someone on the panel a question, and I already think she knows who she is. um, Nikki,
Yeah.
at one time, we're gonna go back to like 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Do you remember that time? At that time period, how I would just talk to one girl, and that would be it, and
Yeah.
then things would not work out. Then I have to go meet someone else.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, that's the reason why I date multiple women at a time, to eliminate having to go and find someone else and all that stuff.
But it's
Because
different for
once,
men
Can
than
I?
it's different for men than women though.
Exactly, it is. Can I ask a question, Marshall?
yeah, go ahead.
My question is, instead of dating multiples, why not? And because you really can't, why not just say you date this one person for after you've talked with for a short period of time, just go on out on a date with them since you want to say you're dating them, and give yourself maybe a week or two with that person without your mind being distracted by other individuals potentially.
Okay,
Would
I
that
can.
be more fair to you emotionally, where you don't have so much traffic in your head?
Okay, so let me explain to you. Not every woman that you match with on the dating apps are ready to actually go on a date with you.
True.
That's for one.
Mm-hmm.
Not every woman that you date on a dating app or you meet on a dating app wants to give you their phone number so you can call them.
Right.
Well,
So
that's
they'll
a process of
hold on, let
elimination.
me finish. Let me finish. Then on top of that, you have to deal with the other stuff with the dating, like meeting times, schedule changes, all these things. So that's the reason why. It's not like it's that these women are all the women you match with are willing to go on a date and meet physically. So
Yeah. So
So
that's
women
where
basically, you've already
that,
eliminated those, right?
yeah, right. And then you end up talking to someone else. And then,
Exactly.
yeah, so that's the whole thing.
But what
Yeah, I
about
was
the
talking about the
space,
ones that.
Marzell? I'm sorry. What about the space where, let's just say hypothetically, all these women are ready to date? That's what I'm talking about. Dating
Mm,
multiple people that
exactly.
are live people, not people that you are still in a chat room with or whatever. I'm talking about
Uh-huh.
people that you've met, y'all done went out to eat.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm talking about
They come
when I
few and
say
far
dating multiple
between.
people.
They come
Huh?
few and far
So,
between. That's my
Okay, so
point.
you're agreeing with the women then. That's what I'm saying. You don't
Yeah.
like women that, because for men, I would think that would be expensive to be sitting there dating multiple people.
Yeah, no. It's just like, if I match with a lady and she doesn't want to exchange numbers, I automatically stop talking to them. If they don't want to meet for a date, then I stop talking to them. If they set up a date with me and then cancel, then I stop talking to them. It's just that simple.
Okay, but you're not juggling multiple people that you've already had dinner and stuff
No,
with.
no,
That's
no, 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 no,
okay. That's what
no,
I'm talking about. Yeah,
no. No, I'm
yeah.
just talking about the initial matching and then going from there. I'm not talking about actually going on a physical date. If me and you go on a physical date and things go well, then more than likely my focus is going to be just on you. But if
Okay,
it
so
does, that
that's
never
what we're
happens.
talking. Yeah,
mm,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah. That's what we're saying. I was saying for women, if you've already gone out with somebody a couple of times and they feel like you should be, for me, and they feel like you should be dating multiple people, I don't want a man that want me going out with a bunch of people and we've already been out a couple of times. You're not the right partner for me.
I got you. I got you. All right, we're
I'm
gonna
not
have to
trying
get
to
to
be,
the.
I'm not trying
We're
to
gonna
be
have
in
to.
competition with nobody. I'm my own competition.
That part.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna move on to the next subject. Anybody else want to add something to it before we move on?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Nikki, you had another question, right?
Yes. Should a woman propose to a man, or should she wait for a man to propose to her? So,
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. So I'm gonna go
yeah,
with Kurt first.
yeah, I'll go last.
Um, yeah, she should propose to a man if she really wants to be with that man and want to spend the rest of her life with that man. Go for what you want. Yeah, she should.
I agree with Kurt. My sister, I have two older sisters that they met their husbands in junior high and high school. One stayed married 30 years, another just hit 50 years, but it's a willingness of mind by both parties. They were hanging out, and she said, "Hey, we're going to get married." He said, "Okay." And so it doesn't necessarily mean that it's what there's this saying that a closed mouth won't get fed. So if you know you want to get married and the guy isn't making any move, then ask him if he's rejected in that relationship because that's not for you. You're looking for someone that actively want to be married.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you just have to ask the hard question to get the answer you're seeking.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right, Callie.
Well, I mean, I hear what Miss AJ is saying. I like that. But I, for one, I'm not gonna ask a man to marry me. I just, it just,
Is she on
as
mute?
much, huh? Go ahead, Angela. Uh, as much as I would love to ask, I don't think that I would, because my thing is, a man knows if he wants to be with you.
Would you
It,
continue to
it
give
shouldn't
him
have
your
to come.
time if you want to be married?
I'm sorry.
Would you continue giving him your time, your valuable time, if you want to be married and you are
Um,
in limbo as to whether or not you even want to make that step?
I have actually stepped away. I have backed off. Um, if he tells me, I brought up general conversation just to see where his mind was at, and he was like, well, I don't. One was like, I don't want to get married. Okay, so I left him alone because
Well, that's wise.
yeah, I was like, I want to be married. I'm not going to ask you, but I am going to put the question out there if you want to, because some men just don't want to, and at this age, it seems as though multiple men have been married at least once or twice, and so they're like, well, I don't want to do it again. I've been there, done that. So it's like, well,
And I can relate. I tell guys I don't want to get married. I mean, they come across and say, "Hey, I want to get married." I said, "I don't."
yeah,
So I've
right.
been there, done that, and that season for me, I'm not looking to be married to anyone at this stage of my life.
Hmm. And that's
Okay.
definitely a choice. That's
Let me
good.
let
I
me
mean,
let me get Angie's perspective on this.
I guess I'm old school, and I feel like the man is still supposed to be the hunter,
hmm.
and with that, he should be the one to ask for your hand in marriage. And maybe because my dating experiences haven't been the best, I would just like to make sure that I would like to make sure that that's something that he wants. So I would need to hear it from him instead of me asking.
Right. That's
I
why I
tend
say
to ask.
I would pose the question, but I wouldn't ask. I would pose if he wanted to get married, but I'm not going to propose to him. That has to come from him as well. That's how I feel about it as well, Angie.
Yeah, after we get a certain age, I think that's where it is. Yeah, that I would say that what works for one may not work for another. It's just a personal choice when it comes to asking or not asking. Some people would rather be direct, and that would help them to prepare for the other stages of their life. Other would want to hold on and hope, and you sometimes just hoping against hope.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And so
Okay.
that's
Go ahead.
And say, as for guys being a hunter, I don't care to be devoured. I want that. Put it on the table. Are you looking to get married? If he say yes, I'm not. Okay, we good.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Nick.
Did you skip Kurt?
No, he answered first.
Oh, okay. You're right. I'm sorry. So, I would not ask a man to marry me. I feel like, you know, he that finds a wife finds a good thing. I know what Marzel said, but I'm not going to ask a guy to marry me. Normally, a man know if they want to marry you or not. A lot of times, men say they don't want to get married, and sometimes women because they've been married before and they had it was a horrible divorce. So that's why they're like, oh, I don't want to go through that anymore. But I've never been married, and I do want to be married. But I also don't want to just marry the wrong person because I want to be married. And I'm giving them 2 to 3 years to even ask me because I don't want to say, okay, we're not getting married. You said we were getting married. When are we getting married? And then you get upset and then you leave because they're not getting married. Then they come back and say, okay, well, I do want to get married and give you the ring. And I don't think that's genuine. They just still want to be with you and still want to keep you. So they just say, okay, I'll marry you. Because I've seen situations like that several times. So I don't want to be in a relationship with a guy who's not willing to marry me. Because I'm not dating just to be dating. Like, I'm not a child. I'm not in my 20s or my 30s anymore. And I want to be married.
Right.
But if you don't want to marry me, it's fine. Like, don't stick around. Don't waste my time. You don't want to get married. I know I can find somebody who will, but I would not ask a man to marry me. But I will say, what are your plan? Are you planning on getting married again or what? Because sometimes men
Yeah.
say, oh no, I don't want to get married anymore. Next thing you know, they're coming down the aisle. Their wife's coming down the aisle and they're crying.
Okay. Um, I my perspective on it is I'm old school. I believe that a man should be the one proposing. I'm not, you know, I'm not advocating for a woman to be proposing to a guy. I don't believe that I believe that these new age guys that agree with that, I don't agree with that shit. I think that's a cowardly way to handle a relationship. That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, but
Ain't no way I'm gonna accept a woman marry me. Now I have been asked to get married during certain encounters, but I didn't take that as a valid proposal. It was just in the heat of the moment. But you know, but I feel like a man should be the one leading in that aspect into asking the lady for her hand in marriage.
yeah, because it was an incident that I saw where a lady asked a guy to marry him, and he was upset because he had a ring already waiting to ask her like the following week. So he was just like, "What the hell is this?" So
Yeah,
it made him feel less of a man.
yeah, yeah. I can't agree with that, man. I can't get up with that, man. I just don't agree with that.
And thinking of heating the moment and to ask to marry you, Angie, didn't you have a question?
Oh no, that was Marzel's question about calling out somebody else's name.
There you go. I thought it was you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay. I'm gonna save that question for last.
Okay.
What I was what I was going to say for all the ladies that's in the chat, uh, me and Kurt can go last, but I wanted to know for the people for the men who are not having success with dating nowadays, especially if it's on the dating app or approaching women and all this stuff, what advice would you give these men who have a hard time having success with women? what advice would you give them to work on? You know, it could be appearance, what they say to the women, whatever advice you guys can give based off of what you've experienced from men that may have turned you off from wanting to talk to them or whatever. Okay, so I'm gonna go down the list. I'm gonna go with Angie first.
I would say for me, just be honest with what your intentions are. And don't waste women's time. You know, women, we have so much on our shoulders. I know, Marzell, you're a single dad and stuff, but I mean, most of the time, women are the single women, single parents.
Yeah.
But you know, we have so much weight that we hold on our shoulders, and if you find a good woman, hold on to her because it's
Well,
rare to find good people. That would be the dating advice. You
well,
can decide if you go into friendship or romantic, but make the decision early. Don't drag it on. That's what I would say.
well, okay. Um, just so you can understand the question I'm asking. I'm not
I'm
talking
sorry.
about actually dating. I'm talking about actually getting to a place where you can. Like guys, the first initial time they talk to a woman or whatever, what advice could you give them to increase their success of getting that woman's number, going on a date with her, eventually making her his girlfriend?
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
So I would say to know what it is that you want. And then when you identify what it is that you really want, then take the time to vet for what you want. Don't just, like, I don't want to say be lonely, be horny, and just give it what is there. Know what it is that you want.
Okay. All right. Nikki?
Well, we talk about this all the time, but all you know the women nowadays how they are around here. I know it's different down there in Georgia, but around here it's hard because it's small. It's a small city, and everybody know everybody. Everybody screwed everybody, and almost not everybody, but a lot of time your appearance, some of the things that you say, especially your appearance. Cologne is a good thing. So look up and see what kind of cologne. Because I talked to guys, you know, that I wasn't attracted to, who treated me right. I mean, later on, you know, how that went. They treated me right. They didn't look the way I really wanted them to look or my taste, but they're nice to me. They're sweet. They dress nice and they smell good. So a good cologne and your appearance for sure. I look at tennis shoes. Your tennis shoes should not be choking. They should not be choking. They should not be that tight. Get a haircut, cut your beard. Don't come to me with that cigarette smoke or weed smoke coming out your mouth or, you know, nasty tea. You know, hygiene is very important for some
Yes.
people.
Everybody.
For me, it's important.
Yeah.
Just your present the way you present yourself because the first impression is everything. Like you said, you might not remember their name, but you're gonna definitely remember the way they look and how they treat you.
Yep.
That's why you have names like, oh, here come pants. You know why we say here come pants? Because the last time he had them pants with them holes in it and hanging down past his drawers. So now you got a nickname pants because you got them hanging down off your butt. And you 45. Like, dude, come on.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Okay. Miss AJ.
Advice I would
You give a
I think
guy who's trying to approach a woman and get her number, get her for a date, eventually make her his girlfriend.
prepare himself. His mindset is very important. And I think that as with physical health, periodically, I recommend talking to a therapist for a self-evaluation if he's genuinely seeking, and to heal any unhealed wounds that may be there. So before um, engaging into something permanent, you want to make sure you're ready for permanence. And the next thing is don't go at it religiously. You know, some people love when people come at them religiously, and I call it Bible slinging. So you don't browbeat a person with the King James version of the Bible or any
Mhm.
Bible.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Kalisha.
I'm gonna say all of the advice, ladies, as you have given, have been on point. But I will add, d- don't be pushy. Don't try to force me into dating you.
Mhm.
Um, if she tells you to take it slow, take it slow. Don't get mad and frustrated because she's not going at the same speed that you are. Be
So
able
so
to
you can't
be able to compromise somewhat.
so you can't go up to her and be like, hey, you got a man? You be like, yeah, I got a man. He be like, I don't hey, I don't care about your man. What your man got to do with me? I ain't trying to
Exactly.
hear that,
I got a man.
Exactly.
Uh,
Exactly. Yeah, all of that. All of that.
Okay. Okay. All
I
right. Let me
think
write this.
that's the biggest thing.
Let me write this shit down. I was like, okay.
Can
Okay.
I add to something before you and Kurt answer?
Yes.
Be what you desire.
Mm, I
exactly.
like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. All right, Kurt, what you gotta say, my brother?
Well, I would tell any guy if I'm giving them advice. So one, don't be too nice.
What?
But nice is
Wait,
overrated.
wait, 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 wait.
Go ahead. I'm
Hear him out.
sorry.
Hear him out. Hear him out. Hear what he gotta say, because I know where he's going with this. Go
I
ahead,
know,
continue,
yeah.
Kurt.
I would give any guy not don't be too nice and don't move too fast. Because you never know somebody.
Yeah.
They could be
Eh,
two totally different people. You know, people can
yep.
put on. I learned
Yeah.
that the hard way.
Yep. Hey,
So
and the thing is, the reason why I said I know where he was going because being too nice will get you taken advantage of.
yes,
Prime
it will.
example. I'll tell you. I'll give you guys an example. There was I had went out with my kids for to go to a movie
Mhm.
one night. I think I told the story before, and it was a Sunday, and everything here in Georgia closes around 10 o'clock on Sundays. Okay, this lady texts me about 9:30, 9:30, and she asked me like, "Hey, what I was doing?" I said, "I'm at the movies with my kids. We about to leave in like 15, 20 more minutes." Well, she was like, "Okay, do you want to get together?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can." And so I told her, I said, "Hey, do you have any lounges in your area?" Now, one thing I know that's going to be open is a lounge. Okay, on Sundays they're going to close about 12, 1 o'clock. So I was like, "You have any lounges in your area?" She's like, "Yeah, but I was thinking about something else." I'm like, "Okay, well, send me where you want to go." She sent me this restaurant that was in Atlanta. Okay, the restaurant, I looked it up. Each plate was $50 to $100 per plate, and she wanted me to take her to this place on the first date. I don't even know if I even like you well enough to even spend that amount of money on you. First of all, and
What if she
then
would add mouth sex?
yeah, yeah. So then I was like, no, I'm not trying to go there. Let's try to stick with the lounge. We can get some drinks and get to know each other and have a conversation and then see where it goes from there. She's like, okay, well, what about this place? She sent me this lobster place with the same prices, $50 to $100 per plate. I told her no. So basically, what she was trying to do was trying to make me the food guy. She wasn't interested in trying to um, actually go on a date and get to know me. She wanted somebody
Yeah.
that was going to pay for her meal for that night. And that's
Yeah.
what me and Kurt was talking about. Women will try to take advantage of you if you are too nice. So I
Yeah.
And
made
I-
him
And
totally.
she probably couldn't even afford it to go herself, because if she would be asking you to go to that expensive place.
Yeah,
Can
on
I
the first date. Oh,
can I
hold
add
on,
to
let me,
that?
hold on before you do. Benares is in the building. Hey y'all.
Hey, Benares.
Uh,
Going on.
all right,
Doing,
all right.
sir?
Go ahead. Say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, women, it happens to women as well. Women, so the reverse of what you're saying, a woman that's too nice may say to a man, "Oh, you don't have to take me to an expensive restaurant. We can just eat some fast food, or we can just, I'll cook you a meal." And then instead of that being appreciated, that woman gets used and abused. So then they end up becoming these women that you're talking about. It works both ways. You have a lot of women that started off, being okay watching Netflix, and then they were dogged out by a man that didn't appreciate them not being in their pockets, like you all say. So then by default, they become these women that, every time you have an encounter with me, you got to pay.
Okay. Okay. All right. Benares, so you know what's going on. The question was asked. What? Well, I don't remember what the question is at this point now.
When your question was about, what advice would you give
Yes.
people in
What
dating?
advice? Okay. What advice would you give a man who is not having success in the dating game? What would you tell him to do in order to be successful with getting a girlfriend, getting more dates, getting, whatever he wants from the woman, in regards to the girlfriend or whatever? But
There was once this intellectual individual, I forgot his name. He told me on the first date, don't talk about no Power Rangers.
I can't hear
I don't
him.
know what his name was.
hold on.
Somebody in this group here.
Lord, I'm
Hold
glad
on,
he
hold
gave
on.
you that advice.
Hold on.
Because
Uh-oh.
Where
Benares,
go?
can you say it again? I didn't hear you.
I heard it.
I said there was a certain individual who's going to remain nameless told me, here
I
he
still
comes.
can't hear it.
Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm sorry. I had to reset it because when Benares jumped in, everybody couldn't hear him. Can y'all hear Benares now? Benares, say something.
Something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you repeat it?
Can
Oh,
you mute Kurt?
so here's the thing. There was an unknown
Yeah.
individual, intellectual gentleman, who told me on the first date, don't talk about no Power Ranger shit on my first date. So
Right.
I'm
Right.
as
He was
y'all
right.
all know,
Absolutely.
He was right.
as y'all all know, that's I don't watch Power Rangers, but he kind of quantified all of my nerd nostalgia and nerd and geek stuff all into the Power Rangers category. So
Yeah. Also,
No.
don't talk about your baby's mama and how you hate her and your ex-girlfriends and what happened in your last relationship.
okay,
Alexis.
today's opposite day.
Yeah, and I also told him he should, for a rule of thumb, you bring that stuff out after you hit it.
Yeah.
As you hit it and you hit it well, you can bring up anything you want after that.
Lord.
Yeah, I hear didn't say, hey, it was morphin' time.
Okay, I skipped over Kurt. Kurt, what would your advice be, man? I got him in because he hadn't answered none of the questions.
Yeah, I already said it, right? Well, don't be too nice.
Okay, you did answer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So I didn't skip over you. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a part of the podcast is gonna get a little heavy. And when I ask this question, I would prefer everybody answer this honestly. It's just gonna make the podcast even more interesting and a little bit more fun. So I was watching a movie, and no, it was a show, and it was a guy who was messing around with multiple women at the same time. It was two women at the same time, and he ended up calling one of the ladies by the other lady's name. So it made me come up with this question: has anyone in the group accidentally yelled out someone else's name during a sexual
Oh,
encounter?
no.
They all have one name. That's baby. That's it.
Huh?
And that's what they should have used too, babe.
Well, I was just gonna say that.
So he got what he deserved.
Yeah, baby. That's it.
Hey, what that woman on Another Professor say? Sometimes it's okay to picture another man's head on your husband's body.
Exactly.
Was that after 20 years, I guess? I don't know.
So okay, so I'm gonna go individually, one by one. Venaris, have you ever done that?
No, I can safely say I haven't. But I'm not a player like you are. I don't have 17 at once. Once I get one, that's enough a headache for me, and that's too much. So no.
Okay. All right. Kurt.
Well, yes, I have. Yes, I have done that.
Somebody be honest. Okay, go ahead. Tell me what happened, man.
Well, the side piece was so much better than what I had at home. I just thought about my side piece all the time. So when I got in, doing something with my main chick, I was thinking about my side piece.
So y'all not together no more, right?
No, we're not.
Okay, all right. Okay, Miss AJ.
Yeah. Oh, I just said use baby. Just call say baby. It's just one word.
Yep.
You just say baby. Okay, that's just the way
Yeah.
to say it. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
all right.
Chances
Kalisha.
are you're gonna forget their name after a while anyway.
Well, my girl. No, I have not. No, I have not.
Okay, all right, Angie.
Is my camera off?
Yes.
It's off.
No, I can see your face.
I have evolved, but the answer is yes.
Okay, so tell us how that happened.
Well, I wasn't over someone, and I used to subscribe to get over someone, get underneath someone. And so that's not a good thing to do at all. And so when you're not really over someone, stuff like that could happen.
Okay, all right, Nick.
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Well, I've never done that, but I have thought about someone else while I was with someone.
Ooh, I'm glad you didn't ask me that question.
Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be the next question.
See?
I gotta take a bathroom break. Excuse me.
All right. Has anyone in the group thought about someone else while they was with someone?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm thinking.
I'm gonna go with Angie first. So, have you thought about someone else since when you was with someone having sex with somebody else?
Not recently.
Okay, in the past though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Was the person famous or was it someone else that you knew?
Oh no, no one famous. Just a past encounter.
Okay. All right. Nick.
No.
Okay. Kalisha.
Of course.
Okay. Was the person famous or was it somebody that you had previous sexual encounter with or somebody you want to have a sexual encounter with?
All of the above?
Okay. All right. Miss AJ.
Well, yeah, especially, yeah.
Okay, so was it somebody famous or was it somebody you had been with previously or what?
It was someone I had been with in a previously in a relationship that, and really only thing, you meet some people that all you have is a sexual relationship. You know, it's not going anywhere beyond that, but the chemistry sexually is good. So, uh, yeah,
Okay.
then you meet somebody that has a good mental and but the sexual chemistry is okay.
All right, Venaris. Oh, I thought, was you done, Miss AJ?
Oh, I'm done.
Okay. Venaris.
Ask the question again before I plead the fifth.
have you ever imagined having sex with someone else while you were having sex with someone? Or and who was it? Was it a person you had sex with previously, or was it a famous person, or somebody you wanted to have sex with?
That was 3 questions, and ashamed to say all 3 questions is yes. And so I had to take like a combination because you could have sex with the most gorgeous, sexiest, fine woman, and the poutine could be garbage. But then you could have sex with an ugly woman, and it'd be some amazing poutine. So
Yeah.
I'd have to combine it. So I'd get we can't say that word on social media, a corn woman's face, and take the poutine of another woman, combine them together, and have my own amalgamation of the perfect sexual partner.
That's a lot.
Okay,
That's a lot.
that's doing too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
haven't had that many partners. So when I get a partner, he's my partner. And normally
Right.
I'm in love with him, so I don't
Yeah, I
think of
agree.
anyone else.
Okay. All right. Kurt.
Yes.
To all of them.
Yep. All of the above.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to answer. Yes, I have. I have thought about other women when I was with someone else that was in an unhappy relationship, and every night I can tell you one thing. She didn't know this, but Halle Berry got her ass tore up a lot of nights. Yes, Halle Berry and Janet Jackson. Yes, yes,
Okay.
Oh,
yes. And an honorable mention, and if you know, you know, Heather Hunter.
Oh.
that last one I gotta think about.
What about go ahead, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I forgot her name that quick. I'm sorry, I can't remember she was a star. She's a star too.
Vanessa.
Who, Vanessa Del Rio?
No, it was somebody. I cannot think of her name. I just had it in my head and it just went away.
I know who Marzel will be thinking about. If we think about The Last Dragon.
Yeah, Vanity.
Oh,
Woo. That was one fine woman.
Think of her name. It'll come up.
Is it somebody that I know for sure?
I mean, it was a star. I know you said you loved her.
A star that I loved her.
Yeah, I can't remember. I cannot think of her name for now. I got her face in my head, but I can't think of her name.
It had to be either Vanity or Maya for him.
Oh, I think it might have been Maya.
Yeah.
Or was it Stacey? Or was it Stacey Dash?
Yes, all of the above. All of the above. All of the above.
Stacey Dash.
Pre-Republican Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And Miss AJ and Mr. Kirtley, just so you know, Marzel is my best friend.
Okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So this is gonna be an open forum. We don't have any more questions. Is there anything that anybody want to talk about or want to pose a question, and then we can elaborate on that? Be the last question of the day.
I think I do.
Okay.
How much is too much sex? And what age does it slow down?
Too much. I'm gonna answer this first. Too much sex is when your penis gets hard and it's
Oh
sore.
my God.
That means you're fucking too much if your penis is sore. But anything before that last time where it gets sore is fine. Do it as much as you
I
possibly
mean, like
can.
throughout a relationship or a person that you're just messing around with, or what age does it slow down?
Oh, what age?
Because I know when you first meet somebody, you have sex all the time. When you first meet. But then
That's
after
a
a while,
situation.
it just slows down. But
That's a situational question, because I can answer like as a married man, we would want it because we're married. We'd want it every 2 or 3 days. And I've explained the situation before. I don't want to spread that negative energy, but it's 9 times out of 10 is because of the woman's drive goes down, and then the man is like, it's too much hassle to even ask her for some, so his drive goes down. And so. That's just the way I see it. From me, from other married men, we would like to have sex with our wife every 2 or 3 days, but they claim our drive goes down, but the women make it harder for the man to ask for some, and they'd be like, well, not today, I got a headache, or you did this last week, or why aren't you like this, and why don't you buy me this, and then the drive goes down. You know what I'm saying?
so why don't you just buy it then? Why don't you just do it? It won't go down.
Who the what?
You said the women's sex drive goes down because they're saying, why don't you do this? Or why didn't you buy me that? It won't go down if you do that and you buy them that.
So we work an 8-hour shift and then got to go, 2 extra hours cutting the grass, to, doing some other stuff. That's what I'm saying. But once you get through with providing for the family, being the head of the household, going through the headaches of trying to pay the bills, putting up what we got to do at home, and we think that once we get home, we married to a person, it should be automatic. You shouldn't even have to, if we're doing 8 hours to take care of our family, 2 extra hours to do whatever else we got to, and we ask our wife for 5 minutes of sex, that's not a bad takeoff. I don't care if it's
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Some men, it's 5 minutes. Now, a lot of women will say, hurry it up. They don't want you to go over 5 minutes, especially when you're married.
Making love is an art form, so.
It seems like it'd be a turn off for a man or a woman to say, hurry up.
Okay. You know what? I say 5 minutes is not a long time, right?
Right.
Try hold your breath for 5 minutes and see how long.
Uh-huh.
That's a completely different thing.
Try hold your breath underwater for 5 minutes and see how long that is.
That's completely different.
No, it's not. 5 minutes is 5 minutes.
I think approaching intimacy is, I'm sorry, approaching intimacy and sex should also be done with consideration at all times. It's not.
But instead of you having sex for 5 minutes, why don't you come and lick my ass for 5 minutes?
We have no problem. Not the ass part, because I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. But licking other parts.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Oh, we have as men.
Why don't you give women 5 minutes of oral sex?
No problem. But most.
But it becomes a problem later on. You don't feel like doing it now.
Well, we can't really talk about most women because that means you've been with a lot of women universally. You can only gauge that based upon your own interaction with the women you've been with.
Mm-hmm. Well, this stage of social media, and everybody puts their business on social media nowadays.
Not everybody.
Not everybody.
Success. I'm just saying. Just like if you would say most men do this and men do that, y'all have.
I would never use that. I would never say most men
do this and y'all have a problem with it. Come on now. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think
I mean, he does have a valid point.
Gener-
He
but
does have a valid
generalization is
point.
things like,
Mhm.
does the wife work also? And that's something. Are there new children? Are there children in the house? There's a lot of things that could um, cause women to be have a low sex drive. But however, that I don't think even at my age, low sex drive isn't in the vocabulary.
Mm.
Yeah.
What
Well,
you think, Angie?
Well, Miss AJ, I'm right behind you, age wise, I guess, on this panel. And
Mhm.
when I was married, I had sex with my husband every day. And when
Yeah,
I
I do
am,
too.
yeah, and when I'm in a relationship, you know, I don't have a problem having sex every day. I will put it in the calendar, like I'm putting in the calendar going to pick up my kids from daycare. I
so
mean,
you said
Yeah.
we're gonna fuck from 6:25 to 6:30.
Well, I did not calendar. It just, I think it was
no,
just
I'm
something for us to help
saying,
us both relax.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
saying
we
like,
both.
yeah, I'm saying like for me, if our schedules are, for example, I start work at 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna go ahead and have sex, jump in the shower, log on. We good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So, I mean, I incorporate it because I feel like that's a part of a relationship.
I think
Yeah.
because me and my we had a habit. We bathed together at night, and especially in our we had a spa tub, so it was just a form of
Mm.
relaxation.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I am, like I said, second behind Miss AJ, and my sex drive does not decrease. So I think that's a misnomer. It is case by case.
Yes.
Exactly, and it's because some people just do not enjoy sex, and not that they don't. They may not enjoy sex with the person they're with.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that might be a good
Well,
point. Back to our
well,
previous point.
well. I'm gonna say this. I'm a huge advocate for foreplay. Okay. So when anytime I'm intimate with somebody, oh, it's they're gonna get some head. Okay. So that's just that's a part of the thing. And I made a vow a long time ago. If I would not put my mouth on her genitals, then I won't mess with her at all. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and if I wouldn't kiss her in the mouth, I'm not gonna mess with her at all. So that's just
Exactly.
mandatory.
What
Yeah,
they say,
I
you got
thought.
to lick it before you stick it.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You sometimes men just want to come in and hey babe and just think they can bend you over and stick it in for 5 minutes.
Hmm. That ain't me. That
No,
ain't me. I got a
what do
one
you
in the
think?
engine.
What do
And
you
the thing,
think, Callie? I think she might have froze.
Yeah.
Kurt?
Yeah. Somebody acting like they sounding like they licking something.
Well, well, I think every night is just too much sex, and I think eventually your partner gonna start to get tired of you.
that's
Mm.
if he has that mindset. Some men enjoy sex.
Yeah, but
I,
if you giving it to him every
Right.
night, you're gonna eventually get tired of it. Somebody gonna get tired.
well, then you're with the wrong person because if you're with someone, to me, my opinion, if you're with someone and you can just look at them and they turn you on, you
Hmm.
ain't gonna
Mm.
ever get tired.
My
Mm-hmm.
Because
point.
I mean,
foreplay starts from the
Mhm.
time you wake up too.
Oh yeah.
Foreplay is an all day event.
Yep.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
it's the little things you do that triggers
Yep.
the energy
Hmm.
and making her feel as if she's less than. That's what get me in no sex.
Yep. I agree.
Mm.
Exactly. I agree.
I send my lady a text during the day like, hey, you gonna sit on my face later? Just something like that,
Yeah,
She gonna be thinking about that shit all day.
exactly. You get the juices flowing.
Yeah. Well, what do you think
Yep.
about that, Callie? Because we didn't hear from you.
I said, yeah, I was right there with you, agreeing.
Okay.
It's the little
Making
things,
sure we
text
didn't leave you
messages.
out now. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm over here chit chatting and shaking my. I'm all on it.
But see, to
I
me,
think-
that go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. Nope. Go ahead. Nope.
I was gonna say that is a part of when I say vetting. That's a part of it is making sure that
Yes.
you're with the right person that has the emotional support, that still has that desire in you. You know, when you talk about getting married, I mean, it's supposed to be till death do you part. So it's not,
Mhm.
you know, you turn me on just in the first year of our marriage. You know, at some point you grow old, you physically change. You may not even be able to have sex, but you know, The Notebook is one of my favorite movies, but you can just lay in the bed and still be turned on, but you may not be able to physically have sex. That's what
Exactly.
you should be striving for when you're looking for your partner, to me.
Yes. The
I
intimacy
mean,
is,
sex is
is
not
very
just
important.
the
It's not
actual act
always
of penetration.
exactly.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people just think that, you know, that's what sex is, just the penetration part. It's all, you know, once if you make love to a woman's mind, the body will follow. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, what
just
they
the way
call
it goes.
orgasms.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
orgasm.
Men, we go off of what we see. Women go off of what they hear. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the difference.
And I will say this too to back it up. Marriage is more than just physical sex and stuff like that. It's really it. And a lot of old folks talk about we need to go back to the original meaning of marriage. Marriage was actually it was a bargaining chip and a dowry. Women would use as a dowry. We're not gonna go back that far. But marriage is actually they forget that it's a partnership. It's more about what can we do together collectively for a common goal. You know what I'm saying? How can we make each
Exactly.
other's lives a little bit smoother and stuff like that? Yeah, sex could be, you know, it's a plus, and I think, in my opinion, it's actually required. You know what I'm saying? So you should try your best if your partner's in the mood to just help them out, even if you just look at helping them out. But marriage is more of a partnership than anything. What goal are y'all trying to reach? How can I help you out? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that that other people think. And you know, it's because I love rom-coms too. I do. I know as a grown 47-year-old man, it sounds weird, but I love rom-coms, you know, even the cheesy Christmas ones. But, you know, it kind of sets the mood of, you know, getting to the altar, you know what I'm saying? Like the fairy tale thing. But, you know, it takes so much work to keep a marriage going. And everybody's like, well, you know, I wanted more about me, and this person say I'm more about this, and you neglect the ultimate goal. So that's just my opinion on it. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Maybe
you're
You know what?
correct. It's a balance.
And
To be honest with you, I feel like I heard a wise man say this one time on a show. He says, "I promise to honor and obey, and to hit it twice every day." I believe if you live by that, that you will you will be very, very happy. And that was from Jerome off of the Martin Show.
Oh my
He said,
God.
he
Talking
said,
about
"I promise to honor and obey, and hit it twice every day." I mean, you know, you can't go wrong with that.
but there may be but going to what Miss AJ said, there may be a time when you can't physically hit it for whatever reason. So like for me, you know, it goes back to what Miss AJ said, the intimacy. It could be a passionate kiss. It could be us watching a movie, cuddling together. You know, it could be us in the shower, kissing on each other
And
and
that's
stuff.
where the peace comes. You
Yes.
get peace when you just you for yourself. You know what intimacy means to you.
Well, if you're a man and you can't physically do it, you can use your fingers. You know, you can use your mouth. You know,
correct.
there's ways to please your partner besides the actual act of penetration.
Correct.
So, and vice versa. Women, y'all can use your hands and your mouth too.
Correct. Yeah.
So retarded, dude.
I'm just saying,
Yes,
like
the sad thing
when a woman
about
says like when a woman says she on her period, you know, the common thing is, well, your mouth not bleeding.
right.
well, I never heard that one, but okay. But
Oh
yeah,
man.
And what they
it all
say,
depends on what a person wants.
yeah. And they say that it don't take 6 inches to please a woman. It takes 4 inches. And I was like, what you mean? And he pulled out his credit card. I was like, oh, that's what you mean.
Well, a fun fact: the average vagina is 3 to 4 inches deep. So do what you want to do with that information.
Yeah, well,
Well,
I mean, I don't want 12 inches, but I've had 4. It worked at the time.
Motion in the ocean.
It worked
he-
at the time. I
he-
have promotion.
He had 4 inches, but he had a 90-mile-an-hour ass. That's all that matters.
Oh Lord.
Shoot,
Rock hard ass.
I told you, Steve Harvey said sex for a man is like pizza. It's good when it's cold.
But a lot of times people will, like we're talking about people getting married and things like that. And then it doesn't work out. And then they get the side chick like Kurt Lee was talking about. But sometimes the side chick just really keep their family together. Because they don't want to get divorced. They still want to be with them. But they'll go over here where it's peaceful and get the real good sex. And the side chick going to get them everything they want. Then they're going to come right back home with their family and tolerate the bull instead of just leaving.
Well, it's side chick also, it's not so much as peace, it's no responsibilities.
Yeah.
And so they're gonna be turning cartwheel while the wife is at home cooking, cleaning, helping kids with homework and whatever else needs to be done while she's prepping for work the next day. So certain luxuries that a man has that a mother doesn't always have doesn't mean that the side chick is better, because typically she's not. If he lost his side chick, his wife, the side chick going too.
Well, I mean, there are some fathers. There are some fathers who help with homework too.
I'm sorry.
There are some fathers who help with homework too. It's not just a woman's thing.
I totally agree, but I'm just saying when we're talking about the man stepping out with the side chick in response to that topic, not necessarily dismissing the fact that men don't do that, because my husband did. He helped with the kids' homework. He was better at it than I was, and I cooked.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Okay.
I got a question
Compromising.
Yep.
Well, and it's called balance in the house. And when you decide to have kids going to take away from the relationship automatically. And so when you say, let's have kids, then suddenly you say, well, that's going to be a huge responsibility, and it will impact our lives. We will not have this life as we know it at this moment.
And then that's when they start to cheat and say, oh, you're not fun anymore. We should talk about that before you knock me up. We could go out and have fun.
Yeah.
I'm not saying all men. I'm just saying I've heard a few men say that. Quite a few men. Like, well, she used to be fun. I'm like, she got kids. You knocked her up. She can't have fun no more, but you can.
Sometimes it's just a simple thing as to free up time for each other. If instead of getting a side chick that you're financing, hire a housekeeper or a nanny.
Right. Well, it was a show I watched where a guy was complaining, like, you always come out, I'm at work all day and you're here with the kids all day, and I come home and the dishes aren't washed and this isn't done. And so what he did was switch places with her. So he took the day off and she just left and did whatever she wanted to that whole entire day. And he was just like, what the hell?
Yeah, sometimes
like, I did not think it was this hard.
Well, I abandoned mine once with the kids, because sometimes a woman have to just say, I've had enough. They're your babies too. Go to a spa, go to a movie, disappear for a day or two.
Yeah.
Just say, hey, I'll be back whenever. But you're not obligated to imprison yourself for something that you didn't sign up for solo.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I've been on both sides of that pole right there, because I let's just say my income, I don't want to tell too much personal business, but my income is to the point where I can work from home. So I love being a father. That is one of the greatest things I've ever done in my life, And I actually love to volunteer and cook and clean and do all that stuff. So I was a stay-at-home dad for a while. And then when I started doing movies and being in all these Disney productions and stuff, then my wife would take it over for a good little while. But now I'm divorced and it's just me by myself. So I'm back in that thing. So I guess for me, cooking and cleaning, especially being that I was in Iraq and I was doing all that killing and stuff, cooking and cleaning is much better trade-off than doing other stuff. So I guess I've had that comparison. I know every man ain't like me though, so
Yeah, I don't really
Everyone's
like. I
different.
mean, to each his own, but I don't like. I don't think I want to date a man with a lot of kids. I have one daughter. She's grown. I had custody of my nephew. He's grown. So please don't kind of turn to me and say, "Oh, I just got a 3-month-old or a 5-month-old or a 5-year-old." I don't.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
exactly. I couldn't do
I'm
that
sorry.
either. I had a guy in his 60s and I'm in my 60s and he had a little kid. And I got a daughter. I said, well, good luck to you and your daughter because my kids are grown. I have
Yeah,
grandbabies and they don't live
if
with
they
me.
have, I mean, like teenagers or something that's different. But also, you need to make sure you talk to those kids and make sure they don't disrespect me, because then
yeah,
that's gonna make me leave you.
Yeah,
yeah,
most
that's a
definitely.
big thing. Oh, I wanted to ask a question if I could. I know y'all finna get out, but I saw an interesting conversation with a guy, and he was like, he likes to, when he first meets a woman or they get in good, like after a month, he likes to text a woman twice a day, just say how you doing and blah blah blah. And his friend, I've heard this before, saying, don't do that with a woman. You need to ignore her. You need to build up intrigue. And he was like, I was taught during the 80s and 90s, that's what you do. You be a lover man by just giving them reminders every day of how awesome you are, or at least 2 texts per day. They don't see that as a problem. But I've heard that before, when you trying to get with a woman, especially when you get her phone number, don't call her back the same day because that makes you look desperate. Don't do it after 4 days because that makes you look like a player. So there's this window in between in which you got to text her. And I was just thinking, why so many games if we grown? And why does that intrigue certain women to ignore them and do all that stuff? So I don't know. I'm
Well, I
confused.
just wanted to know the author of that handbook because I don't have a handbook.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm,
I think
the
to add
handbook.
on to what Miss AJ is saying, I think it depends on the woman that you're dealing with. You know,
Exactly.
And if
if
that
you,
woman like you,
yeah, it correct. That's correct. I
Yeah.
think
And I,
go ahead.
go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think if you're dealing with a mature person that has an interest in you, I think a mature woman is going to be flattered that you think of them throughout the day. I don't think it would be looked at like, why are they calling me again? But sometimes men are with ratchet women or immature women. So, and I think you got to be honest about what you're going after. I mean, that you like what you like. So,
Yeah, exactly. Know your opponent.
Hmm.
Yep.
Hmm.
and it is, I mean, it nobody likes rejection. I don't care if you're a woman or a man. You just don't really like rejection, especially from a person that you thought that you were into, and now they're rejecting you. But it's just like I feel like men like more of the pace,
Hmm.
instead of you're constantly pushing up against them, pushing up on them. Nowadays, these girls, man, I try to make it clear to every man I talk to that I don't care what anybody, whatever you prefer to do, but I only like men, and I only like men that only like women.
Mm-hmm.
North
That's who I
Carolina.
want to be with. If you decide it's something else that you like or you do, or you're a swinger or poly, or just nice meeting you. I'll say hi if I see you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Don't come to Atlanta. But don't date
Is
men
it
from
is
Atlanta.
everybody on here live in Georgia?
No.
Oh,
No,
I live in Michigan.
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's
Atlanta.
just what it is. But I don't mind. If it's somebody I like, I love it. text me, see how I'm doing, put a smile on my face. I like to laugh and make jokes. Put a smile on my face, and I'll put a smile on your face.
Right.
Then you got to worry about those 5 minutes.
Yeah, I like the fact that guy will reach out in the morning and see if I'm dead or alive.
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
so that tells me, hey, you woke up thinking about my well-being. I appreciate that. And
Right.
well, so for someone now, the rest of the day, going through the rest of the day, it kind of is soothing because he thought of you when before you even started your day.
Mm.
And when you're
Mm.
dating somebody, you know, it goes back to making the right selection. I
Yes,
want a friend. A friend would check on me.
Right.
exactly.
And compliments are key. I mean, don't be overboard like, oh, I like the way the pants is going in your ass. Don't nothing like that. You know, just say, hey, oh my God, you look so beautiful. Or if they change their hair, or if I change, you know, my glasses, or you know, whatever, you should notice. Oh, you got your nails done? I like your nails. Oh, I like that smells good. You know, compliments is important. I mean, don't go overboard though. Like a Lifetime movie, but you know, I
I
like
I,
compliments.
I want to go back to Mahogany. I don't know if everybody's seen the movie Mahogany.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
saw it
Yeah,
years
so
ago.
Diana Ross.
Yeah. So to me, like, I think about when she realized that she made a mistake and she goes back where he's like giving his speech and stuff. You know, the biggest success you can have in a relationship is to be able to share your success with somebody.
Yeah. And sometimes you don't know what you have until you no longer have it.
Yep.
True. True. Yep.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody have any final thoughts on this question that Venars asked?
I wouldn't mind a man with a black card, but I mean,
What'd she say?
She says she would not
I'll
mind a
take the
man with
hedge
a black.
fund.
With a black card.
and then
Yes.
yeah, and then the 4 inches really won't matter as much as
Well,
long as his mouth work.
well, sir, now
Yeah.
EBT cards come in black. Does that count?
What? They do?
Some of
You
them do.
you lying? No,
Hey, you can get name brand cereal.
Oh, really?
I've seen.
Not if it got sugar in it
a
now.
black card before, so I know the difference between a black card and a black Cash App card. You can't pull that over me.
Y'all are funny. Loving it.
Oh man. All right. Well, this is going to conclude another episode of the Nothing Serious podcast. I want to thank everybody who joined and brought their opinions. I want to thank a special thanks to Kurt and to Miss AJ for joining. Hope to have you guys back on. Really enjoyed your take on things. And I'd like to thank Callie, Miss Angie B,
Yes.
Miss Nick, and my homie Venars for chiming in. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about they got going on or anything like that?
No.
Okay, Venars.
This Friday, the second episode of The Legend of Gumball is coming out. I didn't make a trailer for this episode, but if you guys want to watch it, it's family friendly, no cussing, no blood, even though it's anime. It's not like the rest of the animes where you have cussing and blood and all that. Totally family friendly. Look, you see what next to my name, it says Spring Style Forever Productions. Just Google that and y'all will have some nice family fun. Some of it's controversial, like that song I made when Light Skin was in, but that's just me wishing Light Skin was back in. But we'll get one, you know. So just check it out if y'all can.
Yeah, we slowly coming back around, man. Don't worry, it's coming back.
Also, man, I'm getting my high pitched voice ready.
All right. Well, that concludes the episode. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Everybody
All right.
have a happy
All right.
4th of July.
All right.
Too.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.